Now, I know some people say my vote doesn't count, it's not going to make any difference. Look, if you think your vote doesn't count, living proof is standing before you right now. When I ran for the legislature in 1998 back in Texas, 30,000 people voted in my race. 30,000. I lost by 20 votes. 20 votes. Now, I don't know about in your states. Where I live, 20 votes, man, that's an average-sized homeschool family right there. Okay? That's just one average homeschool family, 20 votes. In fact, you probably heard of 19 kids and counting, you know, the Duggars. I called Jim Bob that night. I said, man, if you just lived in my district, I'd have won. I mean, one family could have taken care of it, right? Look, everybody can make a difference. In fact, the guy standing next to me, when they told me I'd lost by 20 votes, he said, 20 votes? He said, Rick, I could have got you 20 more votes. To which I wanted to lay hands on him without prayer. You know, that was not a good time to tell me 20 votes. Anyway, we had a recount in my particular election, and I ended up winning by 36 votes. So I lost by 20. We recount. The vote switches, and I win by 36. We found some hanging chads. And so I ended up winning by 36. And then, now this was 1998, all right? And 2000 hadn't happened. Remember the Florida election and all the chaos and all? So that had, 1998, I went on a recount. Nobody knows what a recount is or a hanging chad. I mean, it was news. I get this call the day after the election. Now, who is governor of Texas in 1998? George Bush. I get this phone. They said, Representative-elect Green, we have Governor Bush on the phone. Can you take the call? What would you say? Take that call, man, all right? He gets on the phone. He said, Rick, he said, boy, that was close. He said, I'm officially dubbing you Landslide Green. He laughed, man. He thought that was funny in 1998. Wasn't so funny in 2000, was it? Kind of had his own little recount to deal with, you know what I mean? So he has a recount too. Now think about it. Presidential election, 1998, in 2000, President of the United States by 537 votes. 537 votes determined President of the United States. Don't ever tell me your vote doesn't count.